Chapter 1. Toyo, or Jinn, in the house. What is a Jinn or a Toyo? Some have seen them with their natural eyes. They have appeared to some. You will find some interesting experiences related below about Jinns and Toyos. In the year 1991, Jonathan was working at the Coliseum Hotel in Kelantan, Malaysia, as a receptionist. He often had to take shift duties around the clock. One night he was returning home alone from the hotel at about 12:30 am on his bicycle. When he reached home, as usual, he took his bath and was about to go to bed. It was almost 2:00 am. His wife, Jessie, hearing him coming, woke up and walked down the stairs as if to go to the bathroom on the ground floor. Jonathan's mother, too, woke up and came down on the stairway to the living room. His wife's behavior was somewhat strange, according to his mother. His mother knew that Jessie would not wake up in the middle of the night. Then his mother saw Jessie, his wife, go into the kitchen, as if to drink some water, and from there she seemed to be pulled by someone to escape from the house by the back door. At that point in time his mother pulled her hand into the living room and asked, "Who is pulling you?" His wife could not speak, but by hand signals told his mother that someone was pulling her to escape by the back door of the terrace house. His mother suspected that she had seen a ghost and she was disturbed. She telephoned her pastor to immediately come over to pray for the family. During prayer, the pastor instructed them that the back door of the house be opened wide. While he was praying, the pastor commanded the spirit, Toyo or Jinn, to leave the house by the back door. Jonathan's wife said she saw the Jinn at that moment, and it was rushing out of the living room in a hurry, as if to escape by the back door. It ran off in such a hurry that several articles fell off along the way, or moved from their places. One of them was a large helmet that was placed on a table near the back door. It fell off the table as if someone in a clumsy manner had brushed it in a hurry. The helmet rolled along the small hallway that led to the back door of the house. After this incident, Jonathan's wife did not see the Jinn in the house again. Later on, they learned that a woman behind their house was rearing a spirit called Jinn. This Jinn would obey her orders to steal money from drawers in the homes of people, to disturb or charm people, and to frighten children. They learned a few weeks later that the woman suddenly died without any illness. The family members in the house were very scared that the Jinn that the woman reared had caused her death. They were afraid that the Jinn would continue to disturb their family, and so they quickly moved out of that house. A description of Jinn in my dream. The word Jinn or Toyo is a Malay word for a small spirit. In some motor car companies in Malaysia, the term Toyo is used with a picture of a small man fixing the wheels of a car. The terms Jinn or Toyo simply mean a small spirit. Once I saw one in my dream. It is real to me. Read on, and know how a Jinn or a Toyo looks like. It was in 2005. I was earnestly praying for a teenage boy in Johor Bahru who was constantly disturbed by a spirit unknown to him. He was quite secretive and disobedient to his parents. One night, during sleep, I saw in a dream a large bungalow house with a large hall and living room. In the dream, the boy for whom I was praying was sitting in the living room of the bungalow house. In the dream, I saw an unidentified figure standing close by the boy and poking him with a sharp object, thus causing him to cry. I saw the Jinn in the dream. I stood up to attack the Jinn with a stick. At that moment it fled hurriedly from me and ran into the bathroom where it hid behind a cupboard. I proceeded with a stick to drive out the Jinn from the bathroom. At that moment the Jinn came out from behind the locker and confronted me. It had a feminine appearance. It was only about 2 feet in height, with very long, thick hair that spread from her head down her shoulders, covered her small body, and the long, ugly hair spread down and touched the cement floor. Her face looked like that of an ugly witch, as it is depicted in some artwork. Her eyes were large. Her face looked wicked, cruel, and cunning. When she saw me, she put out her long tongue and made funny faces at me, as if to insult me. I commanded the Jinn in Jesus' mighty name to get out of the bathroom. At that moment, it fled from the house. Then I woke up suddenly. I knew that the boy for whom I was praying was disturbed by a Jinn. I looked at the clock. It was 3 a.m. I knelt down by my bedside and prayed again for the boy who was at that moment delivered by proxy from the disturbances of the Jinn. What is a Jinn? What are Jinns? They are spirits. They often enter the homes of people upon invitation, or when someone orders them to enter a house to cause disturbances. Witch doctors know better, for they rear these spirits as we rear a dog or a cat in our homes. These Jinns obey their masters and are faithful to obey those who rear them. Often their work is one of deception and destruction. They can cause disease, family quarrels, and accidents. It is difficult to explain their function in terms of science, but they are real. What a Jinn can do! They can cause havoc in the house. On one occasion, it was reported that a Jinn came into a house near Pedaling Jaya and stole a large sum of money kept in the drawer of a table. On another occasion in the same house, a bunch of keys that was hung on the wall was missing. In the same house, the wife once heard the piano being played early in the morning at around 3 a.m. When she peeped out of the bedroom door to see who was playing the piano, the Jinn fled by the window near the piano. She saw the curtain of the window move as if a cat was jumping out of the piano chair and escaping through the window. These Jinns are small spirits that play havoc in the house. There are ways we can prevent them from invading our homes. These Jinn are afraid of us if we know how to resist them. But if we do not know the rules of the game of spirits, they can easily take mastery over us. Some think that these Jinns are only a figment of our imagination, and they do not lift a finger to find out more about them. But when they get into a real encounter with such a spirit, they will have a hair-raising experience. Often these spirits' activities are at night, but occasionally they show their presence in broad daylight also.